Almost there, almost ready. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Crystallize live stream. Today, I'm joined by Brendan.
Hey.
Yep, waving and smiling. That's great. And we're here today to talk about our newest feature, at least that the one we released in production, which is search, essentially. And it's something that everyone has been waiting for, right? Pretty great feature, in my opinion. So yeah, I think I'll pass it on to Brendan, and maybe we can just see what we're going to be taking a look at today together. And yeah, so go ahead, Brendan, if you want to. Actually, we're going to be showing the newest integrations of the boilerplate. And I think Brendan has something running already, and it's also live, right? So,
exactly.
Yeah, do that. I'll just stop sharing and let you do that.
Sounds good.
So most of you are familiar with our boilerplates, and both the Next.js one and the long form storytelling one, they actually have the search integration ready, right? So yeah, I'll just stop talking, Brendan.
So the Crystallize Next.js boilerplate, which is what I'll be showing right now, is the main sort of getting started entry point for you to bootstrap your own Crystallize app. And now it comes equipped with search functionality as well out of the box. So the Crystallize Learn documentation or the repo itself on GitHub has all the instructions for getting started with setting that up. But right now I'm just going to show it running as is. So the homepage is just a very standard furniture store. This is using our furniture demo sort of tenant. This homepage is very similar to what it used to be before, but now there's also a search button on the top. So here, now there's a search functionality. We can very easily search by just a single keyword. For example, if I want to search for a chair, you can see I start to get all the results that match chairs. I can click onto that to be taken to the individual products. But in a more sophisticated sense, often you want to search for things in a much more refined way. You might want to search on the variant attributes, for example. For example, this product has green, blue, and black colors. You might want to search for those differently. You might want to search by topics, which can be used as tags, for example, to determine things like the country or the color or the type of furniture, even like the category, for example. And so our new Search API has that functionality built in. And it's growing by the day as well. So for example, if I'm just coming onto the shop page of this boilerplate, I click on chairs to go to the chairs section, you can see I get a much more sophisticated search panel here on the left-hand side. I've got my standard search bar where once again, I can filter things down by keyword, or I can filter by the attributes. So for example, I can find the products that have the black color attribute, or I can filter by the price range as well. Narrow these results down. Or I can search for lounge just to get these lounge chair results back. And now, do you want me to go into the API side right now? Or do you want to?
Sure thing. I mean, yeah, let's just do it. I mean, we can also showcase the other live example for people to just see that it also mixes and matches with content, but we can do that for sure later on. So yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah, I'll just dive into the API then. So the API for search is at a new endpoint. It's similar to the catalog endpoint, except for it's api.crystallize.com/your tenant identifier/search. And within this API, the most basic query that you're most likely to run is just a query that will get you all of the results, regardless of, say you have no search term provided, you just want to start off by showing the initial page of results that someone can start filtering down with. And so that's what this query here does. We just run the search query. And then within that, we get our response, which is within edges, and then each node is a search result. So you can see here, we run the search query, and the response is that we get an array of nodes. And these are all of the different items, whether they are products, documents, or folders from the Crystallize catalog. Now, we can refine this down quite easily. And the most common filtering that you're probably going to use is the search term, which is, again, what just this top bar up here uses. You just type in chair, and it just runs the search term query, just providing that search term to filter these results. So to do that, it's very simple. I can just open up the, add in some arguments to the search query itself. I can add in a filter, and I can provide search term. And here, I can just search for chair, for example. And this narrows down my results to anything matching chairs. Now, this search term query itself, it runs on a number of fields, so it matches a number of different places. So it will look for chair in the product name, or in the item name, in a product variant name, in the path, in the SKU, and also the topic names associated with an item as well. So it's quite a wide sort of search. Now, there are more ways that we can filter this down to be more sophisticated and build up that more sidebar style search that we demoed just before. And to do that, we can start adding on more filters to our query. So for example, one that I might want to search by is just filtering the products and not the documents and folders as well. So to do that, I can just search for, I can just add in type product. This just gives me back the product results and no documents or folders. Now you'll notice in these results here that we're getting some of the results are the same. So you can see here we've got a big bold lounge chair, and that's repeated 3 times. Now that's because for products, we index our search results at a variant level. So each variant is indexed as if it were a different product. So in order to, and this provides a really easy way to search on variant attributes, which we'll get into in a little bit. But in order to, if you just want to get one result back for like the product itself and not just search the variants, you can do this very easily by adding in a product variance filter and searching for is default true. So this will say, hey, we just want the default variance, which is the root product back. And now you can see we just get one result for each product. But before we get into refining things down a little bit more, there's also pagination in search as well. So it makes it a very easy way to paginate through results. So you can limit the number of results that you want. The default size of the search is 10, but let's say I just want to get the first 2 results. I can do that by specifying the first 2. And then for paginating through these results, because there's a good 10 or so of these results matching chair, I can start by getting the page info. And then I can say, hey, do we have a next page? And what is the cursor that we're ending this current page on? And so you can see that we're getting the page info here now. There is a next page in this result set and in this query. And for the search, I can say, hey, we want to search after. So we want to get the first 2 after this end cursor. And then we start getting results from the next page. And we can take that end cursor, put it back in there as well, and get results from the next page, and so on and so on and so on. And that's just a very easy way to sort of paginate through results, whether the user is just scrolling down the page and you want to lazy load the results, or you've got separate pages, like physical pages to go through. And I'm just going to get rid of this pagination stuff for now, just because it makes things a bit more complex. And we just want to keep it simple and easy to understand. But so now we're back getting our 10 results, matching the search term chair and of the type product. And now we can start getting specific things on a product as well. So we can say on product, we can get the variance. So this is a list of all the variants for the product, or we can get matching variant. Now this is the variant that's been indexed for that specific result. So in this case, for example, if I just get the name of this, you can see that we've got our lounge chair green, we've got our lounge chair blue, and our lounge chair black here. Again, you can get the SKUs for these. You can get the price, etc. And that just shows them all there. Then you can also get the attributes for the matching variant as well. You can see that we can just get the attribute and value as you would in the catalog. And that's just an array of the attribute key and the value. Now, what if you want to filter on these variant attributes? You can do this very easily as well by, if we add in the product variance subfilter again, where we had our is default query, we can add in attributes, which takes an array of objects where we can specify the attribute key. So in this case, color, and then the values that we want to query on. So this is an array of strings. So let's say I want just the green one and the black one. And then I can run this query, and you can see I just get these two results back where a variant has the attribute color and its value is green or black. And you can extend this. This is an array. So if you have more attributes for a product and you want to refine them down more and more, you can just add on the different attribute keys as needed to build up more complex filters here. Now, there's also a way to filter on topic names as well as paths, SKUs, and things like that. But I think the most common one will be topic names, as that's often used as like a tag to group things. And so to do that, within the filter itself, we can just put include, and then we can add in, so you can add in the paths, SKUs, topic names here. This just takes an array of things. I'm just going to get rid of the product variance section here. I think one of the topics we have on in this furniture store is chair, for example. So here I can just search for chair, and this will give me back all of the chair results. You can see these results here, just chairs. You can do the same if you don't want to include chairs. You can do the same by adding exclude, and you've got all the same filters there: topic names, paths, SKUs, etc. And that will just remove anything matching chairs from the query. Yeah, so also we have the ability to sort by or to specify a specific price variant where you want to get the price for a specific price variant. So that's, let me just make this query a bit more straightforward again. We'll just get the price variant. So instead of the attributes here, we'll just get the price variance, identifier, and the price. So you can see here on each of these products, we've got two different price variants. We've got one for the default, which is currently what we're retrieving. And there's also a specific price variant for Norway, which is the price that we want to sell our products in Norway. And you can see that these have different price values. So if you want to get the price, so currently the price field matches the default. So if we want to get the prices for the Norway prices, we can just search for that by specifying the identifier in the query. And now we get the price field with the Norwegian prices instead of the default prices. And this is handy because it just gives you an easy way, to get the prices for that specific thing that you want to do.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like if you're running discounts on your shop, for instance, and you essentially want to display the discount price, right? You have available.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
you just do that if you're, or if someone is logged in, like in the last even we discussed with Mr. Board B2B pricing and wholesale and retail pricing and stuff like that. So if someone's logged in their web shop, that is essentially a B2B customer, then you can just search for that B2B pricing identifier if you have something like that in your shop, right? So
exactly.
Yeah.
And here I've just simplified the query again, just a little bit more. But if we go back to the boilerplate here, and we look at the sidebar here, there's a couple of things that sort of stand out. The price range that's specified here, it isn't just a random range. It doesn't go from 0 to infinity. It's limited to the prices that are in the result set. So 59 matches the smallest price in the overall result set, and 989 matches the highest price. And so we can get that by adding in, by using aggregations. So there's currently 3 aggregations in search that we can use. The first one is the total results. So we can just get the number of results that are in that match our query overall. So even though we're just getting 10 results on this page, you can see, hey, there's actually 12 results that we can retrieve. The second one is the price. So here we can specify we can see the min and the max price belonging to this result set. That's the 12 results that we're getting matching this query. So that the highest one will be $989. The lowest one will be $59. And this again changes as you change price variant. If you specified you want to use the price variant Norway, it'll give you the aggregations for that price variant instead. And then one other thing you might notice on the boilerplate here is that the searching by attributes, it shows you the total number of results that have this attribute associated with it. So there's one result, for example, that is a black chair. There's one that's a blue chair. There's one that's a green chair. And so to see this, you can also get the attributes aggregation, the variant attributes aggregation, where you can get the attribute, the value, and the count. And this shows you that within this result set, there is one product or one variant that has an attribute called color on it, and its value is black. If we had several products, say several different types of chairs, and they all had the color attribute with black on them, this value would match that number, however many there are. And so this is a good way if you want to show and be more communicative about how many results there are to your user. It just gives you an easy way to surface this and filter upon that. And then lastly, there's just the very easy way to order by different fields as well. So you can order by a field, for example, item name, and then direction. You can do ascending or descending. The same for price and for stock. It's very, simple to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very nice. This is super generic.
Yeah.
Great job to the development team. Awesome. Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, so I'm not sure. You want to? Is that something that you want to add in the API side, or maybe we can show also like what it looks like in the other boilerplate if people are interested in that. Basically that in the voyage tenant, essentially, the storytelling one, to show that we are not actually by default, filtering by anything like, specific product types or, whatever, really. So there, if you're searching for coffee or cup, yeah, whatever, great, zooming in.
Yeah, it's very, very generic about what results are here. And again, it's per tenant, and each search will search through, like if there's a search term, it'll search the topics, it'll search the attributes that are associated with it, the SKUs, the paths, that sort of thing. So there's a wide range of fields that it will search on to find a match, but there's also ways to make it very refined as well, using includes and
and that's what you would use typically to have like a filtering after you have your first initial search or something, right? So search for every furniture or for every shoe, and then basically just search for, or like refine it, like you said, based on color or sizes or pricing and what have you, basically.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Awesome. So thanks for the presentation, Brendan. It was really awesome, really great.
No worries.
Of course, all of these are implemented in the boilerplates for the people that want to check it out. You're invited to do so, I'll say. And play around, of course, right? It indexes everything from your catalog, basically. For those of you that are interested, we have also launched, or not launched, but published our documentation on the GraphQL, on the Search API as well. You can find it under Learn in our website. And anything you'll need, or maybe you have some questions, or maybe some more special filtering tactics that you may want to use or may not want to use, and you want to reach out, we're always available in Slack, via Slack for you. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, Brendan.
Yeah, it's pretty much a base of the Search API as it stands currently. Yeah,
that's great. Awesome. So thanks everyone for joining. We will be having another live on next Thursday, I suppose. So yeah, looking forward to see everyone there. Until then, have a nice day, and thanks for joining.